back in the day when you were young, spry, and full of vigor and energy and full of, let's say, the sexual energy. Let's put it that way. So back in that day, did you ever do it in the car? Oh, Marcia, why are you looking down?
I didn't have a car, man. So I lived at home with my mama. I could not live. I caught Seth
you
to go
didn't
to work.
Set the bus. What are you talking
I
about?
took
Anyway.
they couldn't get busy on the bus, man. You couldn't do that unless you was some kind of. If you were really one of those real freaks, you found a way.
That's true. That is true. So so we'll say Cortez is no because he's a very church-like gentleman. Marsha's keeping her head down because she's saying
grown people who do it in the car today.
I always thought that that's bad luck for a car because the car is supposedly a female. So it's an old house. It's an old. I'm not talking a house. I'm talking a car.
But it's cheaper to handle it in the car, man. Well, why do I want to pay $150 a night, man? When I can just go, you know.
Yeah, you have somebody. Yeah, you have to deal with bed bugs and probably somebody that has more bugs. But anyway, that's a different story. So, GPS, you haven't answered your question. Have you or haven't you? Or are you just like Marsha, not going to say anything and just smile?
I have.
Okay. So, panel hasn't. But one couple did in Philly in a Range Rover, and it accidentally rolled into the river. Oh yeah, it's the big story going on. So, from our peoples at the New York Post, as well as our peoples at Fox 29. And I hate their puns, Marsha. We got to fire them. It was gearing up to be a disastrous climax. A couple getting busy in their car nearly ended in tragedy after their SUV rolled up into a Philly river in the middle of the night while they were in the backseat. The lovebirds were making love in the back of a 2020 Rover Ranger near the Schuylkill River in Fairmount Park around 4:15 in the morning on Wednesday, when one of their limbs bumped into the SUV's gear stick. Moments later, the Range Rover tumbled over the edge and sank into the water about 2 miles from City Hall. So, the unidentified couple jumped out of the SUV before the vehicle hit the water and plummeted beneath the surface, as told by the police. Neither were injured during the incident. NBC 10 suspect that the couple were, of course, pounding. They were going to Pound Town when the freak mishap occurred. So, let's see. The images of the SUV show it wholly submerged near the Strawberry Mansion Bridge. So, there's no charges pending against the erogenous couple. But let's go around the horn with this one. GPS, I'll start off with you.
Okay. If you can afford a Range Rover, you can afford a room. Okay. So this is on them.
Touche.
I think it's more about being spontaneous and just bringing back that feeling of, nostalgia. I don't think it was because they couldn't afford a room. I mean, I ain't mad at them. I'm going to tell you because
when I think about the logistics
they're
of
rookies,
this,
and the reason why is you should know your vehicle.
Where are you? Okay, look. If you got to lay out both your arms or something, a leg, okay, maybe a leg, but you think you got to pull it back. Okay, maybe it's high.
Well, first of all,
I would do it. I ain't gonna be all right. I would do it. I'm grown. I'd do it. I'd be like, no, let's do it.
Marsha, you would do it in a Range Rover?
I don't like Range Rovers, but I mean, a different type of car maybe. But I mean, if it's just me and my boo, and we just came like I wanted that, I would do it. I'm not mad at them.
Oh, she prefers.
I wouldn't do it near Strawberry Mansion because you might get jacked, but I would do it.
That's what I was wondering. Strawberry Mansion. I'm like, okay.
How much do we think they would cost? Those SUV types, 60, 70,000 GPS, give or take. Easy. Okay. So even though you can get a nice Center City hotel for maybe what, $250, $300 a night.
Just about, man.
A good one.
No, I think they probably wasn't a legitimate. They probably had a legitimate relationship, man.
Okay.
They want to try something.
The emergency brake was not on.
Yes.
The emergency brake would have slowed a lot of this down.
Yes, it would have.
Even in the back anyway. There's more room in the back. Don't
You
be
see
doing
the
it in the
video, you
front.
go on to NBC 10 and they'll show the video of pulling up this SUV and it's scraping along the side. Oh,
You said it's NBC 10?
NBC 10 should have that, and Fox 29. So, oh man, it's just unbelievable.
How much the deductible was for that?
Yeah, that's a good question there. You know, I mean,
You don't have the $500 deductible no more. I can tell you that.
you ain't got a car no more. What are you talking about? So,
Ooh, baby, when they get that claim, oh God.
no. See, this is where the hotel comes into play and everything like that. But
Yeah, but not to interrupt you.
here's the question I got, and I don't mean to cut you off, Cortez. What is the separation between the back seat and the dipstick, or not the dipstick, the gear stick? What would you say? Is it like about 3 to 5 feet? I mean, whose leg was it that kicked it out and everything like that?
It must have been.
It was probably her leg, because she was probably trying to adjust and stretch.
Gee, they did that in the front seat, man.
Oh,
I think they did that in the front
back seat.
seat.
They said they were in the back seat.
You sure, man? Because if
That's
you
what
can
the
move,
story said. So you know what?
you can.
Know what happened. I know what happened.
I would have did it. I would have did that in the front seat, man. Hell with that, because all you gotta do is move the seat back. You move the seat back, the rest is history, man. You know what I'm saying? I can see. That's what I'm saying. I can see you knocking the brake. I can see you hitting the brake. You know, hitting the brake gauge by accident, locking the brakes, the emergency brake. But
no. In this case, I think what happened was the person was probably very flexible. So he had her on her back, laying on the back seat. And when she kind of like wanted to get that extra stretch out, to get that extra feel, she hit the gear thing and then look out below, right into the water. That's what I think.
I guess the worst thing about all this, how do you explain that shit to your insurance adjuster?
Yeah.
How do you explain that? Like in a conversation with the insurance people, how do you say like, yeah, me and my girl, we're doing the nasties in the back and
doing the nasty.
And I like doing the nasty.
We didn't have emergency brake on and
You were
the car
fucking.
kind of went up into the water.
She kicked the gear shift, dumb bitch. Anyway.
Yeah. How do you explain that? You know your premiums are going up. You know.